This when I
No, I
take
don't think I did.
this, I think about showering with a beer. That's what that.
Oh, I've had
brings
many a
memories
shower
of
beer. And
that.
Coors Light's one of the best choices
Oh,
for that.
like nothing like tasting the Rockies while hot water's hitting your body.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Now my audio's coming in.
There it
I
is.
had the mic too far away like an amateur.
Yeah. Like, what do you like? Get in the booth, Nick. Come on.
Yeah. Yo, turn me up in the headphones, bro.
Turn
Turn me up in the fucking headphones, bro. Gonna go in.
Oh, that was the funniest joke in high school for me. My friends and I kept that going for a long time.
That's about when that was funny for me.
Turn my headphones up.
Had to bring it back out.
All right, now turn them down.
It's election week is what it is.
Yeah.
We got to talk about it because it's topical.
Really? Do we?
I think so.
I was thinking we wouldn't. I had something else to talk about.
Well, let's talk about that too. What do you have to talk about? Let's go with that first.
All right. Hang on. Bucket, be quiet. Okay, there.
I swear to God, I have a fun election take. It's not like actually really talking about the election. It's just like some silliness.
Well, when this comes out, it's gonna be done, and it won't it won't be.
Let's not go that far. I mean, it might not be done. It might be a whole shitstorm clusterfuck that we didn't even imagine, or it could be the one we imagine, or it could just be happy. Maybe it's just peaceful. Maybe it's just
who knows? Who knows, Nick? But what I can tell you is, like, right now, that's why I have broken my personal. Yeah,
cheers, player.
Like, all it took was just a wild election, and like COVID couldn't do it, but
Donnie T made it happen.
Yep. Thanks, bud. Thanks, bud. And of course, like, I'm classy enough that, like, yeah, I'm gonna totally throw in the towel on my sobriety for just pure class, you know.
Finest brew in all the land.
those silver bullets and blue mountains.
Blue mountains, like the Democrats, because you voted for Joe Biden and so did I.
Dude, do you remember when they had the speed? Wait, was this one the one that had the speed hole? Like, they had like the extra vent thing. Maybe that was.
Oh, I do remember the vent.
Like that was Coors Light. Maybe
it might have been
Miller Lite.
No, it wasn't Miller.
There was like a minute where they were just like, yeah, people are just using this to party, so let's just go full in. Let's just go all in on it.
God, I'm trying to remember which beer that was, but I remember the vent.
There was like a little a speed hole vent. Because do you remember? Did you ever do a speed hole? Let's just get into that. I think about showering with a beer. That's what that.
Oh, I've had many a shower beer.
That.
Coors Light's one of the best choices for that.
Like nothing like tasting the Rockies while hot water's hitting your body.
Yeah. It's refreshing and relaxing.
Like, you're not gonna sip like a nice beer. You're not gonna take like a I've taken a
nice hazy IPA into the shower, but it's not the same. It kind of sucks. I did it just the other day with like a sour beer, like a
ew.
And I love a sour beer.
But in the shower,
it was not a good shower. The sour beer is not a shower beer. Turned into goddamn Dr. Seuss. The sour beer was not the correct choice.
No. You want to go like a Coors Light.
Coors Light.
I think the heaviest you do for a shower beer is just like just a Budweiser regular.
Yeah, Bud Heavy.
Bud Heavy. Yeah, go Bud Heavy. But like even Bud Heavy,
banquet,
like
Coors Banquet.
Yeah, like a banquet.
A High Life.
A champagne of beers, something like that. You can't be.
Yeah, you can't be drinking like 9% alcohol by volume in the shower. That seems like you're about to kill yourself.
Yeah, that's
you're just like getting hammered hard, like hammered in a shower. Like if I was drinking this glass of whiskey in my shower.
Yeah, like no, come on.
That's like the end of the movie about the like troubled artist. That's like who just never kicked his depression and now he's drinking in a shower and then he cuts his head off with a knife or whatever.
If you had said that you drink that kind of stuff in the shower, I'd have to cancel this podcast. I'd be like, I'm sorry, dude. We're done. We're done.
That would
this
make
is the last episode.
No, that would
it's
make
not
me
happening.
like a misunderstood genius. I'd be one of those people that like my comedy would never take off now, but in like 50 years, someone would discover the clips and be like, dude, this fucking guy knew what was up, man.
like people would be citing you on.
Yeah, exactly. They'd be like, this was one of the misunderstood geniuses of comedy.
Right. Jokes
he
I wish
never
I
got
had.
past open mics. He did 9 months of open mics, man. But he was already
brilliant.
A genius.
He was
You should
brilliant.
hear his takes on imperfect produce. His fucking fruit
rap concerts. let's just throw all your premises under the bus.
Yeah, my 3 fucking premises.
Like back up.
I did comedy for 9 months and then there was a pandemic. I can't really claim to be a genius, so it's a lot more fun to make.
Dude, it was only 9 months. Oh, that's crazy.
I don't know, It was 10. It would have been a year at the end of April, and we wrapped it up in the middle of March.
It wasn't. I thought March was when we
started the class, but I don't count that. I count when I started getting on stage, which was when the class ended.
Okay.
So end of April, beginning of May.
We took a comedy class. That's how Nick and I met.
Yeah, that's how I started comedy.
I moved to Portland, and Portland made me feel like I no longer knew how to do comedy. So I took a comedy class because I am not diverse enough for Portland. Yeah, I said it. I'm just another white guy. And I took a class, but I don't regret it. No regrets. It was really fun. I met some cool people, and it plugged me in another way. But I also am just a fan of, I'm such a fan of beginner's mind. So never stop learning. I'm going to tell a quick story. I took class at UCB, which is Upright Citizens Brigade. It's like the hot theater for everyone it's like the one that everyone goes to that goes on to bigger things or whatever. It's almost like a requirement for a lot of actors now. It's kind of a weird thing.
Oh, to have UCB improv or whatever.
It has some pull for if you've taken UCB, if you have the graduated whatever. It means something. It's stupid, but it's a great actually, you know what? It was the best improv classes I've ever taken, where I took the 101 and the 201 classes there, and they're the best. But for me, it was also I'd been doing improv for a few, I had taken classes a few years prior and I had been practicing it. I was on an improv team and stuff. So for me, it was refresher. It wasn't the first time I had taken improv. So I got it on a deeper level. Long story long, in my 201 class, none other than Maria Bamford was in my class, which I didn't figure out until halfway through the first day. We did some get to know you exercises, and she was just hi, I'm Maria. And it was just and I remember the moment where we all it was there's
everyone realized it's oh,
what Maria that was. This was when Lady Dynamite season 2 had just dropped. She was at the height. She was a person who has everything I would ever want in comedy. And here I am pretending
in an improv class with her.
With fucking this person. It was and she was wearing clogs. I remember that. I just thought it was an interesting observation that she was wearing clogs. And I was who the fuck wears clogs? Oh, Maria Bamford does. Okay. But what I learned from that was just it's never over. It's never over. You can always learn something. Because she was, I remember watching her. She's taking notes just like I am. And I was oh, that's what it takes. This is a person that has everything I have ever wanted, that I would ever want in comedy. And they are taking notes in a 201 improv class with me. And it just, that was where I think I had a bit of a turning point, because I just I look at everyone as, what can I learn? Not use, not a negative use type context, but I like to listen to people and think, what can I learn from this person? regardless of their position in whatever the thing is. Like, and I've actually gained some value. And sometimes it's like, sometimes it's what to do, and sometimes it's what not to do. You can learn. I like to learn from other people. I don't necessarily need to be the one that goes through whatever it is to learn the lesson, as well. So
yeah. No, I think that's really good. That's like actual sound life and comedy advice that you just dropped in this podcast.
Yeah, in the middle of it, like it's something that
we should maybe
really,
we should cut this part out as the clip.
Yeah. Like me giving,
like Bjorn being actually inspirational and giving like excellent advice.
All it took was one course.
There you go. Sobriety's bullshit, dude. It's fucking bullshit, dude.
Oh no. It's just like I can just, get that cool lager, unfiltered, packaged Bjorn advice.
Yeah, no, you've been fucking boring this whole year. Now you're back on the wagon, off the wagon, wherever you are. You're on the cool wagon now.
On the
drinking with the cool kids.
Yeah.
No, that's a terrible thing to say. But
that was a wild tangent. It wasn't even what I was planning on talking about. The thing I was thinking about.
No, but you got like serious and like made good points, so I had to ruin it by yelling.
No, I loved it. Please ruin more of my points.
No, I've got some other terrible points pretty soon.
So the other thing, the thing that I was thinking about right before is I've been thinking about like goals and like adjusting my goals and changing them, and just like, because for me, I'm in an interesting moment. This is about I'm about 2 seconds away from kind of a humble brag, but like when I set a goal, I tend to achieve that goal. Like if I truly set a goal, I achieve it. And the downside to that is sometimes I lose all direction. So I'm in a point in my life where like I've hit a lot of my goals and I don't know what to do with myself because I've achieved it's like because I've achieved them. And then there's sort of the like, okay, now what? And I think those now what moments I think they're important, but like I've hit one of those. Like I have a fairly successful, and I think I'm fairly successful in a lot of things that I'm doing, but not like wildly successful. But I also set the bar pretty low. And so I've been thinking about that. Like, okay, maybe it's time to like, put on your big boy pants and like pick this bar up off the ground, like, and set it at a little bit higher marks. Cause
no, but it's worth celebrating your achievements. Yeah. I mean, you do have a successful business, like a business that you started pays all of your bills. Like the vast majority of people will never get to say that in their life.
That's true.
I've never been able to say that. Maybe I will in the future, but as of now, I still have a boss.
Yeah.
Like no hate on my company. I'm fine. I'm happy with my job and all that, but like I still have a boss. You don't have a boss.
No, I don't. Now, something I want to be, I'm working on trying to be more honest about is because a lot of times people, when they talk about business and businesses that they start, they're just like, yeah, I just like bootstrapped my way to the top or whatever, where they're like, yeah, you just got to like work hard, show up, and then you'll be successful. Now, something that gets left out a lot and that I think I want to change is that like part of being able to have a successful business is I did get some inheritance. Like I'm not gonna pretend like I didn't have some assistance there. Like I didn't just like hard work and perseverance. There was some inheritance, and I used that inheritance to like pay off my school debt. So I don't have that. Like a lot of people have like school debt hanging over them. And so I would be lying if I said like, oh yeah, you just got to like work hard. You're just not fucking working hard enough, man. It's like, no, I got some assistance, like, and I chose to spend that towards just like,
but the thing is, there's lots of people that get lots of assistance and they don't do fucking anything with it. So like, it's still worth taking credit for like what you did do.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Because you got inheritance, but you didn't just buy like a fucking
bunch of shoes.
Well, you bought some shoes, but you didn't buy them all at the same time. You didn't just like buy a ridiculous car and then have zero money and still live in a shitty apartment, still have no job. Like, you paid off student loans. That's like a great thing to do with money. Reduce your debt. Like that's not that's. I feel like you still need to take credit for your accomplishments.
Well, thank you. I mean, I'm
not it's fine to
like.
Okay. I'm just making sure you're not being like, but I did have this little bit of money came in here and that little bit there. I just feel like
so often there's like entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship things. They just also, like they gloss over the fact that like they were able to. And the other thing is like I've gotten some loans from family because businesses haven't wanted to touch me. And the crazy thing about business and a lot of things in life is like nobody wants to take a risk on you. But like family will take a risk on you. You can talk family into things. And if I'm just going to give any like random business advice, one of the best.
Keep that in mind for when I have a terrible idea.
Well, random business advice that I've gotten is if you want money, ask for advice. If you want advice, ask for money. That little thing is so true. It's crazy. Like, as a person who's gotten some family to help me out, I'd have to say, like, it comes from, like, when you ask for advice. It's so crazy because, if you ask for money, they're just going to give you advice. But if you ask for advice, eventually they might give you money.
No, that's a good point.
It's like a softer sell. And anyway, that sounds really gamey. But the thing is you got to be the business is a little bit gamey. I mean, at the end of the day, to be a successful business, it's like you buy it for less and sell it for more. So that is somewhat gamey.
I feel like that's instinctual for some people. Like that concept. Because I know for a fact that like back when I was in college, when I was like broke, like if I needed extra money from my parents, I didn't just call them up directly and ask. I would call them up. I maintained a good relationship with them and I still do. Not because I needed money, but like when I did need money, I would definitely just like, I never would directly ask for it, but I definitely did kind of what like, I was like, man, it's, it's like, I don't think, I'm really busy with school. I got 18 credits a semester and all this. I'd be doing math on the phone. I would just be like, Nick, do you need me to send you some money? Like, well, I hate asking for money, but it wouldn't hurt right now.
Yeah.
Well,
no.
Just being that
you gotta,
person.
And I'm not saying game people, but
no, I don't know if I consider that gaming people or not. What I did there, but.
I mean, it's all a game at the end of the day. But my point being, like, I was thinking about it and it's just like, I got to set some bigger goals and I got to, and right now, like, it's so weird thinking about goals. Cause like,
you got to expand Bearskin. You guys got to like start selling in stores or something.
I'm selling some stores. I make more money selling direct though.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
sponsor some podcasts.
I
like beyond ours. Like we really need to do ad reads for Bearskin. I really want to do ad reads for Bearskin on
all right, we can do that. We can start doing that. I did one by
I want you to read ad copy and then I'm just gonna fuck it up the way like how Bill Burr does on all the podcasts where he just like goofs around with the ad read.
Okay.
To the point that he's the only person that people don't skip the ads on. Like Bill Burr's ad reads,
it's harder to skip those ads.
You miss jokes if you skip ad reads in Bill Burr's podcast.
That's actually
everyone else's podcast. I'm just like, fuck that.
skip
ads. I don't care about Blue Chew. My fucking dick still works. Like, I skip through that shit. But Bill Burr's podcast, I listen to all of them because he's a genius and because he makes them funny. And so I think if we do ad reads, we have to do that.
Okay.
I like that we're just planning the podcast during
the podcast. It's like
this is
double dipping, dude. You just took that took that chip and just put it in the salsa again.
Yeah, because that's my fucking salsa.
That's my salsa. I bought it.
My salsa. I bought that salsa. I'll dip my fucking nuts in that salsa if
I'll double dip my nuts in that salsa.
Double dip these nuts, bro. Fuck yeah, dude. This is America.
I hope that becomes a thing.
Double
dip these nuts.
Bro. I want that to become something that other people say in inappropriate situations.
Yeah. So
I want us to have fans, and then for those fans to say that, and then like get in
double
trouble
dip
with their mother-in-law. Like that would make me so happy.
Yeah, and we will. We're gonna get there. Like, cause like some of my goals, and I'm just gonna be like, once again, I'm like being transparent on this, just like on the podcast. Like, I want to try and make this podcast more successful. Like, something that I actually want your feedback on this, and I'll do it on air. So last year, my goal was I wanted to be doing 3 weekly comedy shows. That was my goal. And I achieved it right before everything shut down, like a few months before. So, I mean, I guess it was 2 years ago, like around when I started when I met you, was when I made this goal.
Okay.
Was I wanted to run 3 weekly comedy shows of some capacity. And by the end of the year, I absolutely achieved that. I was trying to figure out if that was an unrealistic goal that I set for myself, or was it just like so easy that I just could have done it and it wasn't? Do you think it was just like it was an easy goal, or?
No, I think it was an achievable goal. I don't think it was an easy goal because you had to like do the open mic for long enough that you knew everyone to book in the scene, and that everyone knew you and saw what you could do with an open mic and was willing to do your show.
Yeah.
So that's between like doing the open mic for a year got you that, like you and Todd doing that open mic where you had lights, you had it set up so that it was a fun thing to watch.
Yeah.
Like for real people, because real people would show up to your mic because it was like, it was well produced. There was a stage, there were lights. It wasn't just like some idiot in a corner talking into in a dark corner, talking into a microphone, just like, it wasn't annoying like some open mics can be. Well, so your mic was good. You got people who don't go to every mic, like good comics in the scene, would show up to your shit because it was good, because they knew they could get reasonable feedback. There might be an audience, or at least comics are paying attention, which is more than can be said for half the mics in the world. So like, yeah, I think doing that mic proved like that you had to do that for a certain amount of time and prove that you were someone that they would want like take a show from.
Yeah.
And then starting the other shows after that, you followed the same format of setting it up with a nice, lights and a curtain and a stage. Yeah. It wasn't just a trash show where it was just like, we put a comic in a corner.
Yeah, yeah. And then the lineups that I was booking were pretty solid too. And
and we were like, I know with School Night, like the show that I was involved in that you did, we were careful on the lineups and we actually put some thought into it. So it was like, and I know you put thought into the other one too. So it was like, I don't think it was like a crazy goal, but I don't think it was too easy of a goal too. Like you had to take some steps and put in some work in order to achieve it. So
thank you.
Yeah.
Because I was so worried going into that. Like I set that goal, and then the closer and closer I came to achieving it, I was like, well, nobody else does this. Is that like, and it's so interesting to me because I feel like people who are successful push outside of what everybody else does. So there is that balance of like, wait, nobody else is doing this. Am I just going to be more successful than these people? Or am I just an idiot for doing something that is not possible? And
no, and I don't know, the way I kind of, I've had, many months to just do a lot of thinking lately.
Yeah.
And the way I kind of think about Portland right now and Portland comedy and like my role, like what I'm doing with comedy in Portland is like, this is where I'm starting and it's all just practice.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of, to some extent, every market that isn't like New York, LA, maybe Austin now, like is sort of practice.
Yeah.
To some extent.
I like that. So
you know, so what you're doing, you're just running lots of shows. You're learning to run shows.
Yeah.
Like that's the next step from what I'm doing is showing up and getting on stage. Like at this point, that's really what I need to do with my time. And what you need to do with your time, you've done what I need to do. You've done a lot of showing up and getting on stage. So like the next best use of your time is producing shows, hosting, still getting on stage a lot, which the shows help with. But then you get to host a lot, you get that practice and producing shows and just kind of building a reputation, meeting comics, whoever we get on the show, like people who come in from out of town, like there were various comics that came in from LA and New York that like hit you up to be on your shows. So now you have those connections and those people. So it all just, I think it's, for me, I'm looking at all of what we're doing right now as practice for like when we're professional comics. This is like comedy college. You got to take the 100 level, then the 200 level, then the 300 level, the 400 level courses. It's just all just doing.
And then you go to a new city and you realize that none of those credits transfer, so you have to start over. I feel
like you keep saying
like,
that.
I got to take math again.
Right, you keep saying that, dude, but I feel like I don't believe you 100%.
Yeah.
I believe you to the extent that no one knows you. But also, like, if you show up and have actual comedy skills, like, people who know about comedy will notice that.
Yeah.
Like, you're not showing up to a new city and then also forgetting literally everything you ever learned on stage.
That's true.
You're just showing up and no one knows you. Yeah. So you roll around for a few months, just be patient. And if you're good at comedy, I feel like people be like, oh, this fucking guy is funny.
Yeah.
And then they'll talk to you and then they're like, oh, he's been doing comedy for years. Okay.
Yeah.
Want to do my show?
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I feel like if you actually put in a year in literally any market, like you're going to end up where you belong. It's like a chess rating.
All right. How is it like a chess rating?
Okay. So the way a chess rating works is you start, at least on like the online chess, you start at an even 1,000. And so you play players who are rated similar to you, like within 100 points, 200 points. For every game, if you're playing someone rated more than you, if you win, you gain maybe 10 points. They lose they lose those 10 points. If they win, if they're rated higher than you, they only gain like 6 and you lose 6. And if you draw, if they're rated higher, you might win like 2.
Okay.
Basically what happens is you win. If for every game you win, you get points. For every game you lose points. And you transfer those points to your opponent.
And okay, and so what happens?
So what happens
hit 0?
Is you don't hit. No one hits 0. You can really suck at chess and be rated like 600. Anyway, I'm rated like 950. I'm terrible. Anyway,
I feel like
I hit like 1,000 last week, and then I've been on a losing streak this week. I've just been trash. Anyhow,
okay.
Basically, what it does is since it basically, if you're rated 1,000 but you're actually like an 800 player, you're just going to lose games until you get down to where you're rated.
Okay.
At roughly what you are. Yeah. Because you'll be winning and losing like an even number of games at whatever rating you actually really play at.
So if you play people at close to that rating, you'll.
Yeah. So it's like to compare to like if you're like an open mic or level chess player, like a 700 to 1,200 rated player. That's like an open mic level chess player.
Yeah.
If you play an 1,800, you're just going to get crushed. You won't even know what happened. You'll be like, this person is a genius. It'll be like playing the Queen's Gambit girl. Like she's just going to smash you.
Yeah.
So it's like your rating just naturally, you just kind of end up where you belong naturally. And I feel like in comedy that sort of happens because there's so many people involved that kind of it just sort of everybody kind of knows where you're at.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, though there is some level of like the longer you're in a scene, the like more you kind of it's almost you do have to kind of start over and you have to play some like
it's like a chess. So it's like a chess rating, but instead of being online, it's like being a chess rated in your local club.
yeah.
Because in your local club, you might just learn how to beat everybody else who plays there. But
Right.
then you play like an actual good player from another town and you get your ass kicked because they know how to play chess and you just know how to beat 7 people.
Right. There's also like with that, there's like local references and stuff like that. So sometimes you can like, because if you're playing in the same place all the time, it's like you have like a little bit of like home court advantage in some level, on some level. All right. I feel like we should start talking about shoes a little bit.
I guess we could.
We could. I wasn't able to transfer seamlessly into shoes.
All right.
But did you take any L's this week?
Oh, what did I? Nah. I mean, a Tuesday night, I was worried we're all about to take an L.
Yeah, Jesus.
And we might still be about to take an
L. Who knows?
No, but no. What did I? Maybe the Mochas? Did those drop in the past week? Because I took an L on them, but like, yeah. I really didn't care about those shoes. I was probably gonna resell those if I got them.
I would have kept them. I liked them.
I didn't know. I got 2 pairs of ones, and they weren't like.
I wonder what those Mochas are going for right now. I'm just gonna look it up. What do you think? Do you think higher or lower than retail?
Oh, I think they're above retail, but I don't think they're crazy. I bet they're going for like $280.
$280, and we're gonna do size.
In our size,
do size 10.
Size 10. You think $280? I'm gonna say $280.
So they retailed for. Excuse me.
$170.
$170. They are right now, if you were to buy them off StockX, they're $330.
Damn. Underestimated. See, I told you I would have resold those. I didn't need those, and I would rather have $330. So
yeah,
it's good that I didn't get them because someone else needed them more than me, obviously.
Well, it's because they kind of look like those
they look like the Travis Scott.
The Travis Scotts, just with the so we're talking about the dark mocha Jordan 1 highs that released, and so they look like the Travis Scott. They have just like a brown heel,
like brown, black, and mostly white with a regular swoosh, not like the backwards swoosh like the Travis Scott.
But really, it's just like a black and white Jordan 1. It's like black swoosh, white body, black toe cap, white, or like the thing that goes over the toe cap, whatever that's called.
Yeah, the thing around the edge.
Yeah,
and then
but the part with the holes is white, and then it's got like the lace holes are black. But then like the wings and the heel cap are brown, like a dark mocha brown thing. Kind of a dumb, I don't really like it now that I'm like looking at it and thinking about it. I went for it, but
I didn't hate it. It was like far from my favorite Jordan 1. Like
why didn't they do the mocha on the toe part? I don't know. Like that just feels weird to me.
I kind of like the fact that they had 3 different colors. I think it added a little bit.
Did.
Yeah.
You did?
Yes.
Why? What did it add, Nick?
I think the different colors added a little extra to the shoe. I think it was just brown and white, it'd be boring, and the black added a 3rd color and made it less boring.
I hear you, but I disagree. I think
that's okay.
Well, I like that.
Everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
They are, and that's my opinion. I'm excited. I feel like you hate this shoe. I love the shoe that we're talking about today. This is it's literally in the box right now. Today we are gonna talk about
because you love it so much.
What?
That's why
because I love it so much, and not because it hurts my feet when I wear them.
That's what happens when you love a shoe a lot. Is you literally never wear it and keep it in the box.
Is that how that works? Wait, really? So this is the court purple Jordan Spizike. It is a hybrid shoe of a whole bunch of shoes. I don't remember all of them off the top of my head.
Like the 3 and the 5 mostly.
like 3. Yeah, but it's got the 4. You can't even see it.
Oh, it's got the mesh from the 4, and then it might have the tongue, like that plastic tongue from the 6.
It's got the 5 tongue thing.
Oh, does it?
I'm pretty sure that's a 5. It's got the little plastic thing. This is the 5. The mesh on the side is more the 5, not the 4. The only thing from the 4 is the wings, the little spider wings.
Oh yeah, it has those little wing things, and then it's got the sole from the 3.
It's got the sole from the 3. It's got the elephant print from, is that the 3?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then the bottom is kind of the 3.
Mm-hmm.
It has got the little, like, I don't know, I think this is like the 5, this part.
It is.
And
then like the bit around your ankle.
Yeah, the ankle part, which I like that. And then these are a collaboration with Spike Jones. Spike Lee. My bad. Not the white guy, the black director. So it's got his face on the heel tab, and then it's got his little logo from his movies on the other shoe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a little pull tab. I like these shoes. I love the way they look. But they hurt my feet, so I can't wear them for more than a day. I love the tongue and I really like the hybrid that they did. I like this shoe. Oh, something else that these ones have is they have the what is that called? Patent. They've got the patent leather on them as well.
Oh, okay.
There's like a little hit of patent leather. There's like the elephant and then the patent leather there. Kind of around. Cool. So I guess that would be like off the 11. Is that's from? I don't know.
Yeah, the 11 has patent leather on it. I don't know. They've thrown patent leather into a lot of different shoes over the years, but yeah, the 11's the one that's known for it. No, they're not. I don't hate the way those look at all. I think they're objectively a cool shoe.
Mm-hmm.
I think of the Jordan hybrids, they're probably my favorite. Those 312s that you have are pretty cool too, but I think the Spizike is probably the coolest Jordan hybrid. I don't know. For me, I feel like I don't think I would ever buy any of those Jordan hybrids.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really mean anything to me, so it feels like, why would I buy those? But I don't know. I get why you like them, because they are all the elements that you like from Jordan shoes are kind of on those.
Yeah, exactly. You all my favorite parts of each one of those shoes are on this shoe.
And so if you do they hurt your feet? So if you bought another pair, would you just go a half size up?
Maybe they're just kind of a narrow shoe.
Mm-hmm.
And so that makes me worried about buying a pair of 5s, honestly, because it feels like.
What about a pair of 3s though? Because they're closer to the 3.
I know, on the sole part of it. So I don't know.
Have you ever tried on I've got those red 3s. You should try those on. If you decide to buy those blue ones, try my red ones on and see if they fit.
Okay.
Or if they fit like the Spizike, and then go maybe half size up.
Yeah, then just half size up. It's just like the toe is kind of narrow and hurts my weird big foot.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pull up I have it pulled up right now, so we can kind of just show, because it's hard to see with the lighting. You can kind of see it more. This is like a black on black on black shoe. That's the tough thing about it. Mm-hmm. And that's my biggest complaint about this specific one, is when I wear them, nobody even notices them. They don't get any notice. This is a bit of a sleeper in that nobody really notices them, but you can kind of see there's the elephant.
Yeah, I've got a coworker who's into sneakers, and we were talking about that same thing. And those shoes that are colorways like this, where it's all dark, it's they're cool, but they're also they're so kind of boring.
Yeah, they really are.
They really blend in with the rest of shoes.
Right.
Whereas white, colorways that are a base white, black with a bright color, like those orange ones I have, where it's black but then bright orange, those colorways still really pop. Or why didn't they do the regular elephant print? Because the black cement 3s are a black shoe, but they really pop.
They did a.
Because
There
they have
was
the regular gray elephant print, and it really makes the whole shoe pop.
They did do one. Nope. It's pretty much the same. Actually, I like this one a little bit more, but I'll show it to you.
Like the bread 4s too. They have all the the gray bits and the red.
Yeah.
Like it makes the shoe pop compared to like.
They did a little bit on this one with the spiderweb thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
even
still,
that little white stripe around it, that makes it a little more flashy. But
so the white patent leather is what this one has.
Yeah. And it goes around the toe, so it's kind of.
Yeah. So, but with these, let's see. So these are. It's kind of a weird thing. I didn't buy these for retail. I had a friend who worked at Nike. Pick these up for me, so I got them for $60.
Nice.
That is about what I would be okay with spending on them. So I'm not worried about. The only regret that I have is that I didn't get all the available colorways, because I almost did when he was like, I can get you anything off here, and I was like, oh, and I like sent him some stuff, and he's like, which ones? I was like, I'll just start with the purple ones, and I was like, no, I should have gotten the purple, the red, and there was like an all white one. I almost just had them get all of them, because I could get them for 50% off retail.
Yeah, so you could have had all three for like $150,
exactly,
$180.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah.
But if they hurt your feet, that's probably a good thing.
That was my thought. I was just like, I want to see, and then of course I went back, and then they were sold out, so I couldn't.
Yeah. Well, and they're also not like that crazy sought after of a shoe. Like if you desperately need either of those colorways, I feel like you can snag those for like retail or less.
They're at retail right now. So that was like, I was like, oh, that's interesting. They're still at $170 if I were to buy them right now.
I do feel like the Spizike, for me at least, like that would be one of those shoes that if I did have one, I would just, now I've got one.
Yeah.
I would not need all the colorways of that shoe. I'd just be like, yeah, here's a Spizike. Yeah,
absolutely. Dude, I gotta pee so bad. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. I'm gonna pause the recording.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I like you fell off the wagon like 2 days ago and you already can't handle your liquor. You gotta be pausing fucking podcast to go piss.
Yeah, that's my own. Dude, I've always had to, like, it's always been a miracle.
You're out of practice.
I am out of practice.
No, I know. I'm like that. Once I do break the seal, then it's game over. But
so I'm curious.
But I gotta
Nick,
give you shit.
You should definitely give me shit for sure. I'm curious, Nick. Have you really looked over the Spizike lineup, or like what's out there?
No, I saw a few of them. Like I saw the one Sam had on our other episode.
If you had to get one, what color would you get? I hate that I'm springing this on you now, but what color?
I don't know. Is there like a I don't know, like a white and gray and maybe some other color one? That one that Sam had was actually pretty cool. What was that called? The wolf gray?
Yeah, the wolf gray one.
Yeah, I wasn't mad at that. That was cool. I really don't think I would get a pair of Spizikes though. Like I would get a pair of 4s or a pair of 5s or a pair of 3s. Like before I got a pair of those.
Yeah, I could see you getting maybe. Let me see. Am I getting it right? Is this one that you would get? Watch, it won't load. Of course, it won't load. They're like, I understand, but it's just like all the elements of my favorite shoes.
No, I'm not mad at you for liking it. I get why people like it. I just personally, for me, it's like not a shoe that I could see myself really buying. Like maybe if they did a really cool, like hyped up one, because I'm a hype beast. Like if there was one that was really rare and valuable and like unique for some reason, like some collab of some sort, I might go for that one. But
this is my personal favorite one that I'm probably like, I feel like if I get another Spizike, I'd get this one. This is the Knicks one.
Okay. Yeah, that one's a little bit similar to like the M&M 4s.
So right? That's exactly
which are one of your favorite
Yeah.
One of your favorite sneakers that you're probably never going to have.
I'm never going, not probably. I'm never,
Yeah,
I will,
mean,
even
if you're like a billionaire someday, like you could probably snag a pair of them. But
dude,
like,
here's the thing, Nick. Like, I started my business with less money. I'd rather invest it in a startup. If I'm gonna just throw money away
but
at
if you're
something,
a billionaire, if you're a billionaire, you could do both of those things.
I'm too nice. I will never become a billionaire. Like, I know
that's
that.
true.
I
But
am
like,
too
if
nice.
you were, then you could
Well,
have those M&M 4s, and it would be like such a tiny percentage of all of your money that it wouldn't matter.
yeah. Still, 40,000 is a lot.
Right, but if it becomes such a tiny percentage of your money, then it doesn't matter, and you can do what you want. Right, like there's a point when that becomes like 0.00001% of the money that you have, and you can buy that like with the amount of thought you put into like ordering a Starbucks. then like why wouldn't you have it if you wanted?
I don't know, man. I don't think I could ever. I don't know if it's hard for me to even project to that zone.
If I were that wealthy, I would enjoy the shit out of doing things like that.
I just don't know if I could do that. I mean, I like it's one of those things.
I mean,
like,
I would be
like
very giving.
shoe.
I would like give things to people as well, but I would really enjoy like spending outlandish amounts of money on really stupid shit. That would be fun for me if I was like stupidly rich. Like if I had $1 billion, yeah, I would buy some of the most ridiculous shit ever.
I mean, I buy ridiculous stuff, but I still don't know. I don't know if I could do that, man. I'd rather have like there's so many motorcycles that I would buy before that
you could have those too.
So much less than that much.
Nah, you got to get the most expensive one. Get that what was a Kawasaki. Dude, for fuck's sake, I have one glass of whiskey. Granted, it's on an empty stomach, but I'm like a little bit lit right now. But like, yeah, that Kawasaki, what is that, H2? Is that the crazy fast one that's like 50 grand?
I don't know. Let me see. Like, yeah. I have to look that up. I don't even like.
It's like 300 horsepower, dude. It's like supercharged. That's the one you need.
What is it called? What is it called?
Kawasaki H2, I think, or H2R.
H2R. There we go.
Is that a
price? Thing? Yeah, it is.
Is it 55 grand or something like that?
It is 55 grand.
Hell yeah. Okay, I'm not full of shit.
Show the people. 900 and let's see. Wait.
It's like a really cool fast bike.
That is a very cool looking bike.
It's some cool shit.
Here it is. It's like it's not as crazy as I thought it was going to be.
It's just like it's like supercharged, so it's like 300 and some horsepower.
Mm-hmm.
On like a light little bike, so it's like outlandishly fast.
Yeah. I like that it's got the little green accents.
Yeah, no, and they made it look cool. I think it's got a lot of carbon fiber, like all the bits and pieces are like made out of expensive things.
Yep. I mean, it's a cool looking bike. It's like, yeah. At that point I'd be getting those I looked into motorcycle racing lessons. They're so expensive. They're so expensive.
You got to get like a really nice
$5,000 for those, and they provide the bike and the gas. But it's like, whoa, we're not driving helicopters
up at Portland International Raceway.
Yes, that's where that is.
That's cool.
Sounds
kind of fun.
I mean, I don't know if they're actually.
You learn to do that bike racing where you're like leaning over so far that
like touching. You're dragging elbows. You're dragging your elbow.
Yeah, like MotoGP.
Yeah, I do have a secret, not so secret now, interest in that. Like, I want to try laying a bike like that. That sounds so cool.
Like going around a corner with the.
Yeah. That sounds incredibly fun, and it's so dangerous.
Yeah, it seems like one of those things where if you don't know what you're doing, you just lay the bike over and like skin your knee a little bit.
But they teach you how to do that stuff.
Nice.
Maybe. So I would be taking lessons in that. That's like such high risk too. Like, it's crazy. Anyway,
Yeah, you can definitely hurt yourself doing that.
I do like these shoes. Something that I want to say that kind of like cuts back into like what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Dude, this is the pair of shoes that I wore on my last comedy show. The last couple of comedy shows I did before COVID shut everything down.
Yeah, I remember you got those like a week before COVID shut everything down.
Yeah, I did.
So like that last week you were wearing those.
Yeah, I wore them on stage on a couple of shows here and there. None of the photographs reflect because they kind of did waist up, but
yeah,
I didn't do any high kicks in
the
my
majority
act.
The majority of people who photograph comedy shows in Portland do not focus on the sneakers. And I think that's the number one thing that needs to change.
That's the biggest problem in the Portland comedy scene.
It really is. And I have hope for the new administration. If there's a new administration, I think that should be one of their priorities. I think it's one of the more important things, not only in Portland, but in the nation, that needs to change.
I try to do that when I take photos of you, Nick.
Well, thank you.
I try to keep that in mind. I try to get those foots
whatever
in the shots.
Cool kicks I got going.
All right, so what was the thing that you had?
My take on the election. No, the main thing that I was like, because like with quarantine, we're all like we're still sort of quarantined. Like everybody's still at their own home, and I was really feeling like, man, I really wish I had like friends over right now. Because it would have been so much more fun. It was just like, because the first day of the election, so I'll describe my whole day on Tuesday. So I started out, I text my buddy back home. We had bet on Trump and Hillary. $5. I had Hillary, he had Trump.
Okay.
And, everybody thought in 2016, it was like, oh, Hillary's going to be, she's a made man. It's like, that's the easiest shit. And I went home and I was a little nervous. I was like, this election, my roommate was like, it's bullshit. Hillary's going to win. It's rigged. And he said, I'll give you 20-1 odds. And I said, all right, I'll hedge my bets. So I was $15 up for the last 4 years because I got $20 from him and I only owed $5 to my friend. He gave me 20-1 odds that Hillary was going to win or whatever.
Yeah.
So like if Hillary won, I owed him $1. If Trump won, which he did in 2016, then I got 20. So anyway, I was feeling, I crushed it. My gambling, that was kind of my first foray into gambling. I felt like uncut gems. I was fucking killing the game.
Okay.
So I text my buddy on Tuesday morning. I was like, dude, you getting in on this action? We going in on round 2? He's like, hell yeah, dude, Trump, easy money. This is how me and my buddy are. And I was all right, I got Sleepy Joe for $5. He's like, dude, you're not giving me odds. And so I looked up the Vegas odds. It was like 70% Biden gonna win. So I was like, all right, fine, bro, 2-1 odds.
Yeah.
And the shit's still undecided. I still stand to lose $10, and I'll be a grand total of $5 up. Maybe I'll have learned my lesson. Anyway, so I was watching the election, and the shit started to go south. Now, granted, this is what was predicted by most people, is it was going to look like Trump's winning because mail-in votes favor Biden and all these states can't get their shit together and just count the shit at the same time. So anyway, the shit starts going toward Trump, on Tuesday, and we're all just like, oh, Jesus Christ, this is something. So now, and then I went and looked at the Vegas odds, and the Vegas odds swap favoring Trump like 80% on Tuesday night. Yeah, right around like 9 p.m. our time. Like when all those states were like light pink. Yeah. The Vegas odds swapped to like Trump's going to win this fucking thing. Yeah. I was just like, oh shit. Like
I love that, like, it's the Vegas odds that's what's giving you anxiety, not the actual result.
No, it's not that I'm worried that I'm going to lose $10. I feel like I can handle that. Financially, that's not going to sink me. I've got money in the stock market, and so, like, the quarantine's been fine for me. Like, it's been great. I've made money. I'm part of the problem. But, like, fucking... I was just like, I genuinely, like, I was trying not to be hopeful, but I'd read enough and watched enough news stuff that I was like, oh, fucking Biden's going to take it. It's going to be a landslide. And it just wasn't. And I was like, oh no, what if this fucking guy wins again?
Yeah.
I got to hear people complain about this fucking guy for 4 more years. Like, that's a nightmare.
That's almost the worst part.
I know. I'm so tired of hearing his name and his voice and people
I just want to
like,
be
I know he's doing
politics.
deplorable shit too. Like, I'm fully aware that he's doing horrible shit, but like, the main thing that affects me as a straight white man in America is like people complaining and it being annoying. Like, my life is awesome. Anyhow.
If you take anything away.
If you take anything away from this, I'm
lonely,
aware of my privilege
very
and I'm
awesome.
enjoying the fuck out of it. Anyhow. Yeah, and I also kind of like, I really just want to make jokes about the whole thing. Because, like, that's how I handle my stress.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, nobody was having it that night. Like, no. I kind of wanted, like, my friends from back home who are just as stupid as me and us to just hang out and make a bunch of jokes like, yeah, Donnie T's about to take it, bro. Fuck yeah, 4 more years. You know, like, I'd just be horrible because, like, we know we're not serious, but, like, it's kind of fun and it's a way to relax and be silly.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I texted you that night, and you weren't having any of it. Like, before the election, like, right before the election, I cooked a steak, like, made out of beef.
Yeah.
I'm just eating wild game, you know, because I'm a hunter. I listen to Joe Rogan and shit. But, like, I cooked this steak, and it was delicious. And so I text Bjorn, I was like, dude, I just cooked a steak that was made out of beef. Forgot how delicious beef is. Global warming is worth it. Trump 2020, let's fucking go. And Bjorn just gave it a thumbs down and was like, nah.
I was like, nope.
I was like, God damn it. I thought that shit made me laugh so hard when I sent it, and it bombed.
I just wanted to give it I was just like, I ain't giving this shit.
God damn it. Because I was laughing so hard when I sent that.
I was drunk on my couch playing Mario Kart. That's what I was doing.
I know. And I was like, just such a shitty bomb to start the night off on.
Well, I do not regret it.
The shit made me laugh.
I just thought it would be funny to say nope and just give it a heart.
No, because it put me in a panic. I thought, oh shit, what if he now actually genuinely thinks that I voted for Trump behind the scenes and I'm just being drunk and honest? And it was like, I figured you didn't think that.
No, I didn't think that.
But I wasn't 100% sure, and I was just like bummed that my joke bombed.
Good, because that's what I was intending on. And I swear it's the first time I ever used the thumbs down.
I think it was.
Ever. I'm always just so optimistic and just like, yeah, dude.
Yeah, I thought you were going to laugh at that. I thought you were just going to be like, ah, ha, 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 fuck you.
I was like, I was like, nope.
Yeah, you see, like, it's like.
That's the thing I'm tired of, is that, like, I can't even go there with, like, joking around. Like, there's, like, a part of me that's like, yeah, I want to just, like, hook a flag my motorcycle and drive around or whatever. But, like, at the same time, I'm like, nah, I don't want to play games with that.
Yeah, no, somebody is definitely going to isolate a couple clips of me out of this podcast if they really care. And paint a strange picture. But, like, oh well. What are you gonna do? No, I feel like I don't think I would fly a flag or anything. But, like, with my friends, 100% I still enjoy that joke.
Yeah.
They'll, like, pretend to be... Yeah, they just, like, say outlandish shit and pretend to be a Trump supporter is still funny to me, like, with my friends.
And here's the thing. I also found it really funny to just shut you down fucking hard as fuck on that one. That made me laugh. I was just
okay, so my text made me laugh and your text made you laugh.
Yes. My response was just like, I was just like, it's on. Like, nope. I ain't gonna give this shit. Yeah. Dude, I think we should wrap this podcast up. This was really fun.
This was a silly one. We were silly. We should drink way more.
I think that's kind of, we'll see.
This is terrible. I'm completely encouraging you to drink. But like,
should I?
But like, just in a podcast context and a joking, kind of the same context that I wanted Trump to win in that text, which is not at all. But like, I thought it was funny, and so
here's the thing. I wrote a list of all the reasons why I stopped, and none of those reasons mattered or applied to my life anymore. So I was just like, what am I torturing myself about? Like, I know, like, no, I also just wanted to prove to myself that I could not drink for a couple days. So I achieved that by doing 10 months of it.
Yeah, no, that's
so.
All right. Well,
yeah. Do you have a thing? Or did you not prepare that either?
Okay, I might not have prepared a thing, but I think I got some solid improv.
Okay.
So Joe Biden wins the election.
All right.
But Donnie T's fucking gonna contest that shit, and he sends the troops in. Sends the troops into Portland because we're the problem.
Yep.
And the troops find your house because they found out by hopefully listening to every episode of this podcast that you're gay, and they don't like the gays on Donnie T's fucking team.
No.
So they bust in. And they find some purple shoes, and they're like, "That's pretty close to pink." And they fucking take those shoes.
Purple's a gay color, dude.
Remember? Purple's gay too?
Yeah, no. Purple was. Remember the whole thing with like the purple.
I guess it's on the flag too.
There was like the whole thing. Remember the thing with like the Teletubbies? They're like, "Oh, the triangle purple guy's good."
Well, I thought that had more to do with the triangle than the color purple. But
I'm
pretty
sure the color purple is.
Dude, but like pimps wear purple, and they're like not that gay.
It's a royal color. It's the color of royalty.
Yeah, I felt like purple wasn't like a full commitment to gayness, but like maybe if you're on Donnie T's team over there, you might just like, better safe than sorry. So anyway, they take your shoes because they're purple.
My gay shoes,
and that might be gay. Okay.
No, it is lavender,
and they burn them. They
call it fucking lavender, which is gay for sure.
Okay, yeah, they called it lavender.
Fucking lavender shoes, and they're like,
so they're burning those in a ceremony. They're jumping up and down. They're listening to country music, But you get the insurance payout. Are you buying a new pair of purple Spizikes?
Of these purple? No, I'm not going to get the purple ones. I will replace them because I do like them.
Okay.
Like style-wise, like you said.
So which
all of my favorite,
are you replacing?
I probably get the Knicks ones for sure. I sure get those Knicks blue ones because also I wear a lot of blue, and like I said, it's a shift in how I approach sneakers. Like now that I've over this year of like doing this podcast and stuff, like I want people to recognize when I'm wearing some heat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
no,
even if it's
100%,
light,
I know exactly what you mean. I feel
even if I'm on like. The heat is like 1 on the stove of my shoes.
Even if it's a simmer.
Even if it's just like, dude, a light simmer. It's not even boiling, okay? We aren't even boiling. We're just steamy.
We're just comfortable.
It's just comfortable and steamy. Like, I want people to, like, notice them. I think if I'm wearing any kind of heat. And the part that I've been But the thing is I learned that from these shoes. Is like I'd wear them and nobody... Like some sneakerhead people were like, "Oh, those are cool," but that was after I like kicked them in the face. No, I didn't kick them in the face. But like I was like, "Hey, did you like my sneakers?" Because I'm a fucking shameless piece of shit. And then they were like,
I've definitely done sort of the same thing where I was like, "Those are cool."
What do you think of these?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, the cool shoes, and then just pause and just hard stare at them.
Just like, hey, I want a compliment. I haven't had one all day. And you would recognize that these are cool because you like shoes, obviously.
Clearly, you're wearing breads. Let's fucking do this. Compliment each other.
Attention and validation, and you seem like you could give it to me.
Dude, how funny would it be to make a pair of shoes? Like if I was Virgil, I would do my next Off-White collab would just say, instead of like air, they would say like, validate me. Like with quotes on it.
I swear to God, that is every hyped shoe. It's just like, I like attention.
It would say, like, on the right, it would say attention, and the left would say validate me.
Yeah, validate me and give me attention. I want attention. Give me validation.
Validation. Hashtag validation. That's my
dude. Make those shoes. I would wear those. Those are honest. Those are.
Or a T-shirt that would just say "validate me" in quotes.
Yeah. I mean, we do stand-up comedy, so it's like those shirts are for us. If we're
that's a great merch idea for our podcast.
It is validate me, and it's just suggestive enough to be like, it sounds kind of dirty. Like, in a way that you can't quite put your finger on, but like it sounds kind of dirty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a great merch idea.
I'll make it. I wrote it down.
Fuck yeah, dude. This is our best merch idea ever.
The best merch on episode.
So far on this podcast, this is the best merch idea we've come up with yet.
It is.
Validate me.
I'm gonna make it happen. All right.
I might just be drunk, but like, I don't think so.
Me too, but I'll think it in the morning for sure.
Cool.
I think that'll do it for this episode. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Please like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Anywhere you get your podcasts, we have new episodes every Wednesday. That's going to do it. Thank you for listening. Bye, everybody.